How's it going, guys? Dave from Talking Wolves here. Hope you guys are keeping well and safe. Your first question is, are you on a set of stairs? I certainly am. I'm back at work now, so I thought I'd do the match preview here. But Wolves will be taking on Sheffield United in the Premier League this weekend. Of course, the match has been changed, unfortunately, due to the Prince Philip's funeral, but it's going to be an evening kick-off on Saturday for us Wolves fans against the team that are struggling and down at the bottom of the league. As always, guys, be sure to hit the like button down below if you are new and subscribe to the channel. And football prizes. Once again, I got another fantastic prize up for grabs this week, so I'll leave a link in the top of the description and you can get involved in that. But it's another game for Wolves, a very much winnable game, folks, because you look at our performance against Fulham last time out. We were okay, not great, but Adama Traore managed to get that late winner in the end for us, which gave us a huge 3 points and took off that little bit of pressure away from us in regards to relegation, which people kept hearing whispers about every now and then in the comment section down below. But I've said before, said it again. There's not much now to play for Wolves other than league positions. I think the board will probably put pressure on Nuno to try and finish as high as we can in the table. Obviously, can get a little bit of extra money going up in the table. But other than that, I think there's not much else to play for. Just pride, and that's about it, really. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens regarding the team, because of course there's some big injury news that I spoke about on a video earlier in the week. Pedro Neto out for the season. Sounds like he could be out for the European Championships and possibly miss the start of next season, although Nuno was a little bit grey about that question when asked. He's still hopeful, apparently, that there's a half chance that Neto may be available for the Euros, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Ruben Neves as well as tested positive for coronavirus, which of course is not ideal, but Willy Bolly should be back in the squad, you'd hope. And I think the game against Fulham gave us some positives in regards to a couple of players as well. Morgan Gibbs-White came in and made a really decent account of himself. Theo Corbianu had a great game for the under-23s on Monday in their big 4-0 win. And Nuno has today confirmed that he's going to be a part of the squad as well. I know someone in the comment section had noted it down about Corbianu's performance, that he was playing on both wings. He was switching throughout the game, which we've seen Neto and Adama do predominantly over the last few weeks or so. So it's promising, and he's a really tricky and quick and powerful player, Theo Corbianu, and it's going to be interesting to see if he does finally get an opportunity against, no disrespect to Sheffield United, one of the worst teams that the league has seen in a long while. I'm not even sure their fans know what's happened to them this season. Obviously, Chris Wilder losing his job and bringing in, I think it's Heckenbottom, who is in charge for the short term as well. But this is a big chance for Wolves to get another 3 points, really cement our place in the Premier League once again for next season. And if results go against Sheffield United, if they lose tomorrow, it will officially relegate them. So it'll be a game which I think Wolves fans will be very, very confident in at least getting something out of. But there's that chance. Obviously, we'll talk about the predicted lineup shortly, but it'll be interesting to see how Nuno does line up. But with Bolly back in, Podence looks like he's more or less fit, but unfortunately, Neto and Neves out. It's going to open up a couple of places and possibly a couple of question marks about who should start. But now that we've got the guys from the Sheffield United Way YouTube channel to give us their thoughts, I asked them a couple of questions ahead of this game to get their thoughts on their season so far and how they're feeling ahead of the game at Molineux this weekend.
Right, I'm Hal Stewart from the Sheffield United Way. Hello, Wolfie Wolves. Unfortunately, it's been a poor season this season for Sheffield United. Can you try and review the season so far? I don't want to. I don't want to review the season at all because I've had to do that about 500 times, and I have lost the will. We've done a video on it on our own channel at the Sheffield United Way, and it's too painful for me to even watch. We should have been kicking on, should have established ourselves in the Premier League. We don't really have the backing, we've bought poorly, we lost the greatest manager of our entire life, the fans can't go. For me it's not about results, football, it's about going to the games with my dad, and I don't really care. In the grand scheme, I don't really care what division we're in. I just want to be able to go to games and watch it. We haven't been able to do that, so the way I'd review this season is it's been the worst season in my entire life. What's the general mood among the club? Are fans confident you can bounce back immediately? The general mood at the club is one of concern. We don't seem to have a clear path or direction. We just keep losing. Losing is a habit, same as winning, which is one that both ourselves and Wolves were used to with promotions. Can we bounce straight back? Yes. We're looking at the Norwich model. That's what's kind of keeping us going, giving us hope. And also fans can be back in. And Sheffield United fans turn losses into draws and draws into wins. We are that 12th man. We've also had about 8 key players out all season, and they'll hopefully be back. And we're not in a position where we have to sell. So, yeah, there's some hope, and maybe we can appoint an exciting new manager. Who have been United's key players this season? United's key players this season, hardly anyone. I would say David McGoldrick, and for the latter half of the season, Aaron Ramsdale has stepped up and been very good and been the goalkeeper we expected when we signed him. Are there any Wolves players that worry you? Wolves players that worry me, you probably get the same from all opposition fans who don't watch Wolves. And I haven't watched one entire Wolves game all season except against Sheffield United. And so it's very hard for me to say. The only Wolves players that I know well would be Conor Cody, because he played for Sheffield United, and everyone knows Traore because he's apparently a man that doesn't hit the weight room yet has the body that I would love, and I hit the gym 6 times a week and have the body of a slightly overdeveloped 12-year-old girl. The Blades will line up 3-5-2, come what may. I'd like to say tried and tested. It's been tried, and it's tested us as fans because we'd love to see a change. I've got so many injuries that it's almost impossible to know what the starting 11 will be. We might finally have to throw some youngsters in. We haven't been able to keep the same side 2 games in a row all season, and I don't think that's going to change because now John Fleck, we're hearing, hasn't trained all week. Sander Berger's still out. Jack O'Connell's still out. Chris Basham is injured. Billy Sharp is out for the season. McBurney is out for the season. It's been an absolute disaster. There's constant injuries. You won't be facing Sheffield United's first 11. Even the players that might play in place, like Lys Mousset, who scored last season away at Wolves, they're not on form. So you're not getting to see Sheffield United, and Wolves will win, and they will win. I think even if the scoreline won't be big because we don't concede too many goals, it'll be a very comfortable Wolves win, and it won't be a good game.
Well, big thanks to the Sheffield United Way. I'll make sure I leave a link to them in the description down below so you can check out their channel if you wish. Predicted lineup though. So in terms of predicted lineup and what Nuno could do, is probably what I'm going to call this section. What Nuno could do. Of course, with some decent performances from a couple of players, it really depends. I think personally he's going to go back to a 5-2-3 or a 3-4-3 formation. So the formation I think he will play is Patricio in goal, Ryan Ainori, Saïs, Cody, Bolly to return, Nelson Semedo, Matinho Dendoncker, and then Podence, Willian Jose and Adama Traore. But you've got obviously an option if he wishes to play a 4-2-3-1. You could drop either Bolly or Cody or Saïs, drop one of the centre halves and bring Morgan Gibbs-White or Vitinha to play in the number 10 role. So there are lots of options that Nuno can use and approach. Once again, Fabio Silva is coming into the team and got another goal contribution. I believe that's 2 in 2 games, is it now? So, he's coming to the team, got that goal contribution, looking bright and decent when he's coming onto the pitch. So you could say he's obviously well deserving of a start as well. But we'll have to obviously wait and see what Nuno comes up with. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. The score predictions for you. And I'm going to go with a 2-0 Wolves win. There you go, a rare score prediction from me. But guys, hopefully you enjoy the game. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Our interview podcast with Greg Halford was out a couple of days ago, so be sure to check that out. And until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.